The second practice to raise the water level so that all the boats go up is to see everyone and listen to everyone as a superhero. And it begins with seeing yourself as a superhero, because you are one. And I want to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge you right now for being a listener, for watching this course, for coming here to learn. You do not become a winner, or you do not become a hero, or you do not become a leader when you produce massive results. You become a leader when you step into the arena to play. When you say, I am in, when you raise your hand up and take a position, that's when you become a hero. Because that step is often where most people stop themselves. To really say and take responsibility for something bigger than themselves. It could be their own life, or it could be a team, or it could be an organization. But you are a winner in my book because you are here. And you can take that forward. You can see and listen to everybody as a winner, as a superhero. And this is a very powerful practice, as we will discover. And I want to again start with an exercise for you. So imagine it is 1 year from right now. Look at the calendar, look at the date right now, and imagine it is 1 year from now. And imagine that you are 1 year ahead. And this has been the most amazing year of your life. And now standing 1 year into the future, in that moment in the future, you're looking back at your life, at this most amazing 1 year that has just went by. Look back at the last 1 year, which has been the most amazing for you, and describe to me, write a letter to me describing how was that 1 year. And when you describe that, describe it in present tense, how your life look like. Do not use any statements like I hope, I wish, or do not come back to the present moment the way you are. So this will require some imagination to really go there, visualize yourself as you are standing next year, 1 year from now, and you're looking back at the most amazing 1 year. Reflect back on what all would have happened for this to be the most amazing year, and then describe from the future in present tense how your life look like then. Do this small exercise, and then we meet in the next lesson. To listen and see everybody as a superhero is an invitation to go beyond the normal way of working, which is always by measurement, comparison to a particular standard or to each other. If you see the world we work in, the world we live in, even the world we grew up in schools, everything is about ratings, comparisons. Either you are measuring yourself against a standard, or you are measuring yourself against each other. So you're always trying to one-up your peers, your colleagues, your fellow students, and so on. Seeing everybody as a superhero is a way to get beyond that and see a world where there is no comparison, where everybody is a superhero. They might have their own superpowers, but they are superheroes in their own sense. So this is, at least in the beginning, when you start seeing yourself as a superhero and then seeing everybody around you as a superhero, not from a place of comparison or measurement, but from a place of possibility. What can a superhero do? A superhero, somebody who has superpowers, can do unimaginable things. Can you bring that same attitude? Can you bring that same seeing and listening when you talk about yourself, when you meet the world, and when you meet other people as well? I will give a story. So I was leading a team, and there was this one person in the team whom, when I talked to him, it was very evident that he was struggling with something. And in his work, he was very smart, but he was making mistakes and errors, and he was struggling with something like you could notice a sense of heaviness. When I inquired, when I really had a conversation and listened to this person, He told me that he's going through a tough time at home, and that is also impacting his concentration and ability to focus at work, which is causing him to make mistakes which he otherwise would not. Now, having said that, at the end of the year, during the performance cycle, there was a huge push from the management to give this person an underperformer rating because his results had slipped by. And this is what happens when we live in the world of measurement and comparison. We find justifications of rating somebody, comparing them with other people or with certain standards, and giving them a measurement. And what I did was I fought for this person both privately and publicly, and started to openly speak about how powerful this person is, how skilled this person is. And the moment they get out of their troubles at home, they would back to be a star performer. So I saw that person as a superhero, and I never let it show in my expression, in my conversations, either with others or with this person, that I held him any less, that I saw him as any lesser because of a few mistakes or the slip in performance in the last few months. Eventually, the management agreed to not lower this person's rating and not to put him in a box of underperformers. And what happened next was amazing. After a while, his performance went up because suddenly now he was only hearing good things about himself. So he suddenly had a good reputation to live up to with me, but also in the organization. Everybody started to look for this person who is so brilliant that Sumit is all talking about him. Once he was able to get over his troubles at home, his performance escalated and went on to a totally different level. But what is even more meaningful here, more than performance, after this whole episode, this person came to me and told me that there is no better gift that any leader can give their teammates than believing in them, and sometimes even more than they themselves do. Seeing everybody around you as a superhero is a gift that you give to other people, and you do not need reasons or evidence or proof to see somebody as a superhero. It's a gift for the future that you want to create. It's a gift for the results that you want to create in the future, that the team that you want to create in the future. Create the team first in your eyes, in your listening, and then the team will show up as that. Give your people a possibility, a huge possibility to live into, not from a place of pressure or expectations, but from a place of free possibility, which is full of joy, experiment, creativity, and where there is an opportunity for people to really be themselves and express themselves and feel okay with who they are and who they are not, without any judgment, any comparison, any measurement. Seeing yourself as a superhero and then seeing others as a superhero is a gift which you give to others. It's a choice which you make. It's a practice which you can practice. Seeing yourself and then believing and seeing everybody around you as a superhero creates so much energy, and it creates so much momentum for future results which were not even possible before. In the world of measurement, comparison, and predictability, we can only go after predictable results, small increments of growth. When you create possibility for others to show up into, to live into, it can create results which were unimaginable before, exponential results, really unbelievable results. And you do not need to wait for anything. Your belief, your commitment to see people and to practice this practice will create that courage, will create that energy that will require the kind of effort that is needed to produce those unimaginable results. And if you're thinking, because many people ask me, does that mean I turn a blind eye towards everything and I do not even look at measurement or improvement? No, This practice has nothing to do with improving or measuring what needs to be measured. Measurements are very useful for systems, for machines, for what we create, but not for who is creating them, not for human beings. If you're creating a system, if you can systemize something, if there is a process, if there is a tool, measure all you want and focus on improvement. And this doesn't take away any aspect of giving feedback or improving performance or even letting people go when they need to go. But at the same time, this creates a new space, a space of possibility that even if there is something to be improved, even if somebody made a mistake or even if somebody messed up, they are still a superhero. Because it's only human to make mistakes. It is expected of them and then they will bounce back because they are a superhero. If you give people, even in their toughest times, even in their low times, and even when you have to let them go, if you treat them as superhero, your life will be better for that, their life will be better for that, and they will thank you for that. Even if you do not have a future together, even then, this will turn out better for both parties involved. So treating others, once again, as a superhero is a practice that you have available with you in any given moment. And it raises the water. When you treat somebody as a superhero, it doesn't only impact that person, everybody who is listening, everybody else around you get impacted as well. A simple practice, I suggest every leader that I work with, as a suggestion that they can take on, is to take 2 minutes before any meeting they are entering into and to really close your eyes and stop and imagine those people that you're going to meet as superheroes, as the most powerful people that you can imagine, as the best version of themselves that you can see. Let go of any judgments, any grudges, anything from the past that is blocking your view. Again, it doesn't stop you to talking about that if the conversation is about that, but you hold them, you see them as a possibility for greatness, for amazing work, for unimaginable results. You see them as that, and you see yourself as that. You see people as capable, and then the capability shows up. It's a practice. 2 minutes before any conversation, before any meeting. See the person as a Superman, as a superhero, and then that person will show up as that. Remember the exercise we did? Writing a letter from the future when you had your most amazing self, when you had your most amazing year ever. Revisit your letter. Now take it a notch higher, given what we have spoken. Really see yourself as a superhero. And if you want to rewrite that letter, so again, standing in the future, looking back at this 1 year that the superhero called you have just traversed. Describe how your life looks like 1 year from now. Standing in that future date, looking back and using present tense language to, as you write that letter, and share it with me. Read it out aloud if it helps, but share it with me and I might share some insights, some feedback based on that. This is the second practice.